Hi guys, welcome back to the Birds Party channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cool epoxy resin beach inspired tray. This tray is perfect to serve drinks, snacks or anything else you like this summer, and is super easy to make. And it looks gorgeous as well, decorating your coffee table, your kitchen or anywhere else you like in your home. So for this project you're going to need some epoxy resin, and I have bought a kit in my local craft store, and I'll be sure to leave some links down in the description box so you can get the same stuff if you live here in France, or you can search online as well. I'm using some acrylic paints for different colors, and I'll show you a little bit more later on in the tutorial, and also a round wooden tray that I also got from my local craft store. And the first thing that I did was to paint my wooden tray. As you saw, it was an unfinished wooden tray that you can get from any local craft store, or you can even upcycle a tray that you may already have at home, or something that you have found in a local thrift store that you don't quite like, so you can transform in this way as well. And I chose white for my tray because, you know, I'm going for the beach inspired summer look, and I thought it'd go beautifully with all the blue colors that I was going to use for my resin. So I decided to literally just do a blank canvas in white, and here I'm using a kind of a shimmery white, and it's a little bit, it's not quite glossy, but it's semi-glossy because this is a tray meant for serving drinks and snacks and food. So if I get any spillages, or if the tray gets a little bit dirty, this way it will be a lot easier to wipe at the edges. Obviously the epoxy resin will be nice and smooth, so that will allow me to clean it easily, but for the sides, the tops and the inside rim of the tray, I decided to use this kind of semi-gloss paint to allow me to clean it and make sure that my tray lasted for a little while longer. So whatever color you choose, just make sure that you take into account how you're going to be using your tray. Is it going to be just for decorative purposes, or you're going to be serving drinks as well, like me, and then choose a paint finish that is appropriate for the use of your tray. Now, before I prepared the resin, I chose my paint colors, and because I'm going for a beach inspired look, I chose a dark blue, a shimmery blue, and actually the dark blue had a bit of glitter on it, also some gold and a little bit of white, which is the same white that I used to paint my tray. But feel free to choose whatever colors that you have on hand and that suit your decor as well. And as you saw, I prepared some special cups because we're going to be mixing the resin, and this kind of resin comes in two parts. So you have the resin and the hardener, and it comes with little cups as well. So whatever resin that you get, you can buy these online in local craft store. Make sure that you read the instructions carefully so that you are applying the resin correctly and safely. As you saw, I am wearing gloves. This is essential. Make sure that you're doing this in a well ventilated area and follow the instructions on your resin kit to the letter. So basically for my resin kit I needed 2 cups of the resin and 1 cup of the hardener. So as you can see here, I am pouring my resin out into a separate cup, and the hardener as well, and we're pouring onto the wooden stick because that allows us to pour it gently inside the cup without creating any air bubbles. If you create some air bubbles, you can use a little heat gun to get rid of the air bubbles, but it's no big deal here because we're going for a beach look. So if you get some bubbles, it kind of looks kind of cool. And once you've mixed the resin with the hardener, very carefully, you're just going to stir it around for about 3 minutes, depending on the instructions on your kit, your resin kit, until the resin becomes completely transparent, as you can see here. And then you can add whatever color you like. I went for the blue shades, like I said, for, you know, inspiration from the beach and the summer and all that. But really, you can use any acrylic paint. You can use some pigment powders like mica powders to color your resin. So it's up to you whatever colors you choose. And this dark blue one that I started off with, I just added a little bit and just kept adding until I reached the hue, the desired hue that I was going for, which is this really dark, rich blue. And it's not quite completely mixed. As you can see, there are little bits of paint specks inside the resin because this was a special kind of paint. It was an acrylic paint with glitter. I don't know if you can see on camera, you have lots of little glitter specks, so it's quite difficult to mix, I must say. So you may find that depending on what kind of acrylic paint that you use, whether it has glitter or not, or whether you're adding glitter or something else in it, you might find that mixing it with the resin might take a while. So just take your time, make sure that everything is now according to your desired shade. So basically I just pour that onto my dry tray, make sure that the white was dry first. Then I mixed up some of that shimmery teal color, which is the second color that was going to be used on the tray, and then I just poured into a separate paper cup and just randomly pour that on top of my blue resin. And this is done about 5 minutes in between each color, so to allow us the first color to set a little bit before adding the next color. And I find that you get a better result. The colors don't completely mix into each other, so you get a nice cool effect, you know, almost like the seaside and the seascape. And then I went in with the gold, and here, as you can see, I used half the amount of resin on a separate paper cup once again, and then mix my gold color in and just pour that on top randomly once again. And at this stage you can use a heat gun to kind of help the colors mesh well together and kind of create a really cool effect, or you can just leave it as is like I did and let the paint kind of mesh into each other and kind of amalgamate, if that makes any sense, and it kind of blend into each other and gives you a really nice organic look. And to finish it off, I am using a little bit of that white paint until it was nice and opaque like I wanted, and I just went in with a few dots and then a few lines once again to make it super random and make it look like the seascape design that I had in mind. And to kind of help blend the colors together, as you can see here, I just used a little piece of parchment paper and just kind of helped the paint along to kind of mesh with each other, you know, the colors kind of blend in a little bit more. And this step is totally optional, you guys. You can just take a little bit of clear alcohol. You probably have that at home, you know, for sanitizing your hands or anything else like that. So you just add little drops of alcohol, just clear alcohol, to help create, as they call it, cells in your paint, so that you, as you can see, kind of spreads out and makes it look really cool. And I think it adds that kind of seaside look, you know, making the sea look a little bit turbulent. So when you finish that, you should end up with something like this. Hopefully you guys can see the little specks of glitter and shimmer. I don't know if that's caught on camera very well. And when you're finished with it, make sure to cover it with a piece of cardboard to prevent any dust and let it cure for at least 24 hours. After 24 hours, your resin should be set and you're ready to use your beautiful summer tray. And there you have it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this idea and feel inspired to have a go creating your beautiful resin tray. And once again, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that you like this kind of content, and subscribe to my channel for more fun DIYs. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.